Good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for February 12th. Hope everyone had a profitable day. I know our All Access members, we crushed it once again. All the results are in, although the numbers we'll talk about today do not reflect the numbers on Wednesday, but we did sweep our college basketball card. We were 4-2 on Wednesday, so another profitable day. Congratulations to all the All Access customers. Before we get into it, I just want to address something. I get a lot of questions like this on YouTube, and I just kind of want to, share my thoughts on this, instead of just posting little individual notes on YouTube. And I get asked all the time about emphasizing my best bets or emphasizing the wagers on my best bet. And my advice always is to everyone who asks this is you want every bet to be the same dollar amount. Maybe you could play a little bit more on your best wager or my best wager. That's up to you, but just a little bit. You stay within your bankroll, stay disciplined. 365 days a year is what we have, and we don't need to have that big score every single night. In fact, we can take a loss. Sometimes the losses aren't the worst things, because if you haven't been doing this for a long time, sometimes it builds character. It's okay to just have a losing night. You don't need to make it up in one bet the next day. So stay disciplined, stay in control of your bankroll, and no, I would not suggest putting more on a play just because I call it my top whale winner, because some of you that have been doing this for a very long time, you are disciplined. You stay within your bankroll. But the reason we got to that point was making a bunch of mistakes in the past. And I really want to limit everybody's mistakes, and I want everybody to kind of stay disciplined to the size of their bankroll. So that's the answer to that. No, just because it's a best bet or labeled a best bet. Honestly, it really isn't that big of a difference between any of the three plays that I put up on a daily basis, because if I didn't like them, then they wouldn't be up as a premium play. So anyway, that's the answer on that. Let's check in on our All Access numbers as we head into our midweek card. Our 7-day total is plus 1,273 units on the back of 63% winners at Pickdawgz.com. That's number one overall. That does not include tonight's winning night. We did add to that total. That will be reflected on the website soon. Over the last 30 days, more of the same. Customers have hit 59% winners for 4,074 units of profit. Number one overall at Pickdawgz.com. So we just continue to dominate the books, guys. And if you're not an All Access member right now, please consider becoming one. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining me. Before we get to our free selection, let's take a look at how Wednesday's All Access card is shaping up. College basketball gets going early, 37 games schedule again. St. John's and Villanova will start things off 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 o'clock Pacific. And all the games are in so far. I'm just trying to look at our cross-reference our schedule. So, all the games are in. That North Texas Rice game that's crawled over the total, thankfully. And we've been killing college basketball. Over the last 30 days, customers have cashed 59% winners, 1,353 units of profit. Over the last 90 days, 57% winners, 2,965 units of profit, and 56% winners this season, plus 3,107 units of profit. And needless to say, we're killing college basketball. We're killing the NBA too, but we're killing college basketball as well. Another 3-0 night on Tuesday. So if you weren't part of our college basketball package on Tuesday, make sure you are on Wednesday. 15 games in the NBA on Wednesday, starting with San Antonio and the Boston Celtics. And like college basketball, we will have a 3-game card in the NBA over the last 7 days. Customers have enjoyed a 14-6 NBA run, good for 749 units of profit. 70% winners, number one at Pickdawgz.com. Over the last 30 days, 62% winners in the NBA, good for 1,774 units of profit, number one at Pickdawgz.com. No NHL games, as we've talked about in the last couple days. They'll be back on the 22nd of February. The Four Nations tournament starts today or Wednesday, depending on when you're watching this video. I do have a single play on today's Sweden-Canada game. We'll have one play in that game. And, of course, tomorrow Finland takes on the United States. We'll also have a play in that game as well. I will have the U.S. Selection up as soon as I get a grasp on the line combos and what we're going to be looking at for tomorrow. Also, it's time to turn our attention to Major League Baseball. I have my Major League Baseball early bird season pass locked and loaded at Pickdawgz, so take a look at that. That price will not last. As soon as they throw the first pitch of the exhibition season, that price will go up a little bit. So please consider joining me this entire baseball season. And as always, all records and all plays are documented at pickdawgz.com. So that adds up to a 7-game schedule on Wednesday, and some pretty good reasons why you need to become an all-access member right now if you're not already. Of course, there is something for everyone, but as I like to point out every single video, jump on that annual all-access pass. You get every play I release for just $4.11 a day. That will carry you all the way through baseball season, carry you through the NFL season, carry you through college football, and to this point next year in the NHL, college basketball, and the NBA. So just $4.11. Jump on that. We're absolutely killing 2025, and actually we've been killing it before 2025, but it's a good starter. Okay, on to our free play. We'll stay in the NBA, head to rotation number 517-518. Sacramento Kings head to New Orleans to take on the Pelicans. Sacramento 4.5-point favorite, total 238.5. The Kings are 27-26 straight up, 18-32-3 ATS, 31-22 to the over. Sacramento won their second straight game, edging the Dallas Mavericks the other night, 129-128. They still have not managed to cover a number in 4 straight games in 10 of their last 13. 5 of the last 6 games have cashed overs. New Orleans is 12-40 straight up this year, 21-31-1 against the number, 30-22-1 to the under. Pelicans were smashed by OKC the other night as a 17.5-point dog. They lost that game by 36. It was their 9th straight loss, and they added to a 2-7-1 ATS run in their last 10. 5 of the last 6 games have cashed over tickets. And I would get on this game as quickly as possible because I'm looking at the percentages, bet percentages right now, and we see 90% of the early money coming in on the Kings. In fact, that pushed that opening number up from 4 to its current number of 4.5. Total has not budged, but we do see 89% of the early wagering on the over. It's small money, so it's not budging in any way, but just to give you an idea what the public is thinking right now, looks like it's Sacramento in the over. These two teams met 4 days ago. Pelicans lost by 5 on the road as an 8-point dog, and I think this sets up well for tonight, considering the Kings won because they really had that monster third quarter. In fact, they scored 45 points in that third quarter, and they outscored the Pelicans by 23. But outside of that, Doug Christie has plenty to be upset about or plenty to work on. And he's a guy that really, I don't think he's going to ultimately get this job. But when he took over from Mike Brown, I'm sure in the back of his mind, he said, okay, this is my opportunity to show what I can do. He's been pretty good since taking over 12-8. Since taking over from Mike Brown. So outside of that third quarter, the Kings were outscored in that game by 18. Pelicans shot 48% from the field, and Zion went off for 40. And luckily for the Sacramento Kings, DeRozan washed down that 40-point effort with 42 points of his own, including that game winner at the end. The Kings did play after that game, played the Dallas Mavericks, and it was an angry Kings team. They shot 55% from the field. So just got through playing against the Pelicans. I don't think they were very happy with their effort, certainly not in 3 of the 4 quarters. They shot 55% against Dallas the other night, but unfortunately, Dallas shot 52% for themselves. So that kept that game quite close, a lot closer than you would expect when a team shoots 55%. But I think that plays into getting a winner tonight, because we're not getting a team, a Kings team that should be happy with their effort. I think they should be plenty motivated with various aspects of their game, not just on defense. And one thing I really like about where the Kings are right now, watching them, I think they're in a good spot. Even a guy like Malik Monk, who probably did not attract the majority of questions after the Dallas game, but boy, he was instrumental in getting that win. You can ask Kyrie Irving about that. So I like where they are as a team. I think they're definitely moving forward. I think this is it's not a true revenge spot, but it's kind of a mental revenge spot where I don't think that they're very happy just escaping that game by a point in overtime, considering how well they played on offense, but they played poorly on defense. No matter how you slice it, to me, the Pelicans are one of the league's worst defensive teams. They statistically are one of the worst defensive teams. They're 29th in field goal percentage allowed. They're 29th in field goals overall allowed. So 29th in field goal percentage allowed and field goals allowed overall. Kings are 6th in the NBA in field goals made. They will push the pace in this game and win it going away. So your free play for Wednesday is Sacramento -4.5. Go to pickdawgz.com, where every individual play and every discounted long-term pass is locked and loaded, including my annual all-access pass for just $4.11 a day. I can't thank you enough for joining me. It's been a long night. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Wednesday.